Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend. I like to read a lot of news stories. I try to keep up on world events and local issues and stuff along those lines, but I'm obviously interested in issues that are more law and government based, and I was reading through some articles online today from a number of different sources, and there was one specific story that's coming out of Syracuse, New York today that I saw a number of news companies pick up on. And that was this whole teenager that is being charged as a felon for stealing 7 cents from a guy. And I saw the titles and I was like, wow, this is one of those examples of where the system is just cruel and messed up. I mean, come on. This kid is being charged with a felony at 15 years old for stealing 7 cents. That is what I thought when I saw all these articles about this kid. Now, what I have here in front of me is one of those news articles, and I'm going to put a link to it in the video description, because this was one of the titles that I saw, and I saw a number of news companies that reported this story, and they had titles pretty much along the same lines, almost exactly the same as what you're seeing on this one. The title reads as this, and when I read this title, I want you guys to just sit there and think for a second and just kind of sit there and say, you know, what do you think happened? What do you think is happening? Like, do you think the system is messed up? Do you think this is just? Do you think this is a story that's going to just, you know, just basically change our minds about how the judicial system works here in this country? But let me go ahead and read the title to this. The title is, Teen Gets Branded a Felon for Life for Robbing Man of 7 Cents. Now, I saw that title and I was like, wow, teenager getting branded for life for stealing 7 cents? Like, what happened? Is this like a teenager that like reached in some guy's car and stole 7 cents out of the ashtray and like took the police on a high-speed foot chase and they had to send dogs and a helicopter? I mean, what could possibly have happened? He just took 7 cents. What's the big deal? Let's actually read the article and find out some of the specifics of what exactly went down. A 15-year-old from Syracuse named Anthony Stewart was sentenced to 2 to 6 years in a juvenile detention facility by Judge William Walsh of Onondaga, Lady Gaga County for a robbery in which the teenager took a mere 7 cents. Mere 7 cents. Walsh said he issued the harsh sentence because Stewart declined to plead guilty, choosing to fight the charges. A jury found him guilty of first-degree robbery. Holy shit, this is pretty bad so far, right? The victim had identified Stewart and a friend as the perpetrators. Walsh said, quote, "And yet you still denied it," end quote, the Post-Standard newspaper of Syracuse reported. Quote, "Well, that cost you," end quote, Walsh added. The other teenager, Skylar Ninham, 16, pleaded guilty in July and was sentenced to 1 to 4 years in prison. Stewart and Ninham carried BB guns that looked like real pistols when they knocked a 73-year-old man to the ground, Stewart punching him in the face, and took all the cash he had on him, prosecutors said. That amounted to 7 cents. Stewart's lawyer, Lauren Haddad, had pleaded with Walsh to treat her client as a youthful offender so that a felony conviction wouldn't remain on his permanent record. Quote, "For 7 cents, now you're making someone a felon for the rest of his life," end quote, Haddad told the Post-Standard. Are you serious? This is one of the reasons why I can understand how the judicial system in this country gets such a bad rap. Because I gotta tell you, I think this kid got off easy. The title, Teen Gets Branded a Felon for Life for Robbing a Man of 7 cents. Look at the title of this video. Is the title of this video in any way inaccurate to what the story is? Now, when you see the title of this video, doesn't it look almost completely different than teen gets branded a felon for life for robbing man of 7 cents? I mean, they throw in this stinger, this point of the 7 cents, and the lawyer brings that up as well. What does that matter? The teens stole all the money the guy had on him. These kids are supposed to get a pass just because the guy didn't have much money on him. He just had 7 cents. He was a 73-year-old man. He got punched in the face and knocked down by 2 kids with BB guns. And in all honesty, have you seen handgun BB guns? They look identical to real guns. The guy was probably scared shitless. 73-year-old man. My God. These little tough-ass little punk bitch thugs robbed a 73-year-old man at BB gun point, to be fair, punched him and knocked him down. One of the reasons why, before I said these kids got off early, got off easy, is that they only got charged with felony robbery. They should have got charged with felony assault on top of this. Getting 6 years in a juvenile penitentiary, in all honesty, is a cakewalk compared to what they should be getting. So little punk bitch thugs. I hope their street cred is upped for robbing a 73-year-old man. And like I said, if the guy had $1,000 on him, they would have stole $1,000 from him. Just because he has 7 cents, we gotta spin this story into the system is screwing this kid over. He's just a little 15-year-old kid. He didn't cop a plea, even though his friend copped a plea and said he's guilty. You've gotta be kidding me. Now, I agree. The system here in America is messed up. The judicial system in many ways is messed up. But when something like this actually gets it done right, the media has to spin it as being an just unlawful treatment of a teenage boy. He only took, like, they're using words like a mere 7 cents. He only took a mere 7 cents. Again, if he had $100 on him, he would have took a mere $100 on him. They're so caught with the pettiness of the amount of money that the 73-year-old man that got punched in the face and held up with 2 very realistic guns by 2 little punk-ass bitch thugs is getting overshadowed by the fact that he only had a mere 7 cents on him and these kids are getting treated unfairly. Unbelievable. This is goddamn ridiculous. Well, it sucks. I think this judge did the right thing. I think these kids are lucky to not get charged with assault on top of a felony robbery. And again, all these articles pointing out the fact that they only took 7 cents, besides the point. Absolutely besides the point. Every single news organization that is running with this story should be ashamed of themselves. Shame on you. Shame on you all. I'm going to pray for bad karma on you guys. Not that that means anything. But, you guys believe this shit? These poor kids. Oh, these poor kids that knocked down a 73-year-old guy. I love how none of that ever gets pointed out in the titles. But to be fair, actually, I did see a title or two that was a bit more strict and did it more justice to the actual article than pointing out the fact that it was just 7 cents and now this kid's being treated as a felon. Unbelievable. Finally, the American justice system gets something done right and the media still has to spin it to a way that makes the system look like it's bullshit. Jesus Christ. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and I am proud to be awesome. That's about as good a way I could think to end this. I'm sorry, guys. Have a great day.